Mitch, I'm very excited to have you here. And the first question is, what are three things you want people to remember about Vendavo?
Sure, Frank. We have the people, process, and technology to drive profitability improvements with the lowest risk. Our tech is past proven, future proof. This is how B2B enterprises manage their commercial processes and optimize their margins. Our people are experts across the commercial processes in manufacturing and distribution businesses. They've been there. They will be your guides. And our process, that's how we minimize risk. That ensures your success, the success of your organization. You'll know where you are at each step of the way, the key activities, the milestones, and what next. In short, we make the complex simple.
Excellent. That's easy to remember, right? So then the next question is really about benefits. What kind of uh, customer benefits are pretty common for Vendavo customers?
Great question, Frank. The answer is, software many times is sold on efficiencies, being able to go faster, quicker cycles, better response times. And that's critical. As Gartner says, first quote wins. But better and smarter, more intelligent pricing and selling is not just fast, it's doing the right things. That's the right product at the right price for the right customer at the right time. So just getting your house in order, getting purpose-built analytics and a control process for pricing execution approval, that basic work can easily bring benefits of 1 to 3% of revenue right to the bottom line. For $1 billion business, that's a 10 to 30 million dollar improvement annually. But for customers that do that housekeeping plus add some optimization on that, the benefits can easily hit 5% or more, $50 million of profitability improvements. Those are additions for a business with $1 billion top line.
Excellent. And what are the three most common business requirements that you hear now in 2023?
So the three that we hear the most right now are control of their processes. They understand all this turmoil that's going on. They want to be able to make sure that they have the approvals in place, the right starting points, the right checks and balances as they go through. The second one is the insights for action. Where on those edge cases, what are the ones that are flagging something that should be done or conversely avoided? So the context around the decisions. And then probably the most fundamental thing that everybody's asking for is agility for resilience, being able in these times of turmoil, being able to move quickly. That's how you get out of a bad situation, is to keep moving forward, but to be able to adjust course too. So that's the turmoil side of things.
Got it. And CPQ implementation is not necessarily simple, right? So hence also the question, what makes a Vendavo implementation successful?
And that's a great question. For simplicity, successful implementations, yeah, it's the complexity is not in and of itself the software. Most people enjoy using the software to solve their problems. The biggest obstacle is often change management. So the two biggest things that we see that are necessary key factors for success are, number one, business support from the senior leaders, making sure that they subscribe to this as being a priority for the organization. And then business leader engagement. The folks that are in charge of the P&Ls that you're working with, the subject matter experts, the doers, if you will, making sure that they're engaged in the process. It's not just something that's handed to them, that they're part of the development of the solution.
Got it. And with CPQ projects come also challenges, right? So what challenges are most common that you hear from customers? And more importantly, how do you respond to these challenges?
That's a great question. I had a conversation with some of my services folks just the other day about this same question. What we always hear almost from every instance is our data quality is awful. Our data is no good. The second one we hear almost all the time is that we have very complicated, very unique processes. The answer to both of those is, let's not try to boil the ocean. Let's take steps at this, if you will, a crawl, then a walk, then a run set of phases that we go through. And this is part of how we roll forward with our Vendavo methodology, or Vendavo process to support the project and to reduce risk. Every cycle of crawling involves an assessment of where you are, getting onboarded with a solution, and then realizing the benefits from that solution. So that cycle is a crawl. And then you look up and you look around and you say, what do I know now that I didn't know before? What are the measures that I was going for? Am I hitting those? And then take the next step. And it might not be exactly in the direction you thought you were going before, but the next step is informed by your success. And now you're not crawling, but you're walking. So it's another cycle of understand where you are, bring on new capabilities, and then start realizing the benefits, and then take a look up. So now you're ready to run. So that process, that virtuous cycle, if you will, is how we respond to both data quality and complicated processes. Let's get started. Let's repeat and incorporate what you learned for success.